Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
But I got Deontay in there. He at work right now.
You name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Where we at? We in Denver. Let's get freaky. Early. Okay, I'm all the way for practice for this shit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Oh, that nigga fumbled.
And Andrews lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football.
Oh,
it is.
wow.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you, that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice game by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Now the first carry for
Oh, yeah. Taking the Grady.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You got all the money, student. I didn't notice that. See, I thought this was one of your off little days. What my brother need.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right.
Let's go. Good D, nigga. What the fuck you think this is?
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now back to throw.
Oh, he got to hold on to that, dog.
Made the ball roam free.
Good fucking throw, man.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way. I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't give it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throwing right.
Come on, man. I'll let this nigga make that fucking throw.
Down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
Let's go. Goofy's off, man. I'm playing with this nigga, dog.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much
you want to keep running that same blitz.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
He ain't gonna be able to stop
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go, Gurley.
Down, but not before reaching
Trying to come up out of that.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley.
Man, you're not gonna block upfield.
Scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Midfield just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Gurley.
Man, get up in the hole. Why are you bouncing around, Gurley?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah,
man, you gotta juke that nigga, Gurley.
Or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz. He's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete.
Wow, this nigga wide open,
Defensively,
dog. Are
Charles, they
y'all
continue
serious?
to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means
No,
they'll need to come
I
up
just
with
took that
something
nigga
here
right
on
out,
3rd
dog.
down.
This nigga wide open and you do some shit like that.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Nigga, I got 3. Shit, I got 3 in this league. That's why they took the other nigga out and put him in and throw that pass.
Scoreboard, it's 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-point.
My niggas all young.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you
Yeah, but Rosen, he's a thrower.
Trying to find ones that get you in the end zone, get you 6.
But I got runners. My niggas can run or
Ultimately
throw.
would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
Dog, this nigga wide the fuck open, dog.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before
Dog,
being
we
taken
in man
down.
to man. How the
An
fuck is he
excellent
open?
pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Green 90. Green 90. Z. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Mahomes throwing on fourth.
Good D.
That is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here.
They let that nigga jump that dog. Come on, dog.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out
You
on
couldn't throw that
offense,
bitch
I will
over this nigga
guarantee
head, dog.
they told
Come
them,
on,
don't just
dog.
make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he is
Dog, they let that nigga tackle that nigga, dog.
It's a
Stop
loss
it.
of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Broncos in the hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know, right, Lee?
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop something?
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Green. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Agba in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go.
shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
Oh, what is this nigga doing?
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left.
They come out with one back and 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down.
Come on, block the man, dog.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Man, stop playing, man. This shit, dog.
Interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle.
Oh, wow, dog. Look at this run right here, dog.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Nice little juke. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Oh, wow.
My goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his. So.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good! Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback into the backfield. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll toss it to Ajayi. Ajayi first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Andre Howell. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe...
I got the hot niggas.